Hi, I'm Ravi Prakash, Head of Architecture and Technologies Ecosystem at FIDE, and I've been asked to answer a few questions on C4GT through a sort of a video testimonial. So here goes. So the first question was, as a mentor or a super mentor, what sort of you know what do I see as a differentiating factor for C4GT? So this is the first time I am actually mentoring in a program like C4GT, so I might not be able to do a very detailed comparative analysis, but I can say that what I really liked is that what I found is that I found C4GT to be very highly structured in its approach towards creating sort of like DPG building block sort of ecosystem. The community team is very highly experienced and it's doing a great job at coordinating between mentors and their contributors. The next question is, what is my message for contributors who are the currently a part of the C4GT mentoring program? So my advice would be this, right? While fixing bugs and closing tickets are important to keep track of work and get a lot of coding experience in programs like C4GT, contributors should also strive to understand the core design principles of DPGs and DPIs, develop the mental model of thinking at population scale, how not to scale what works but what build what works at scale, right? Thinking from first principles. And most importantly, contributors should also focus more on market research, understanding how things really work on ground, and really define the problem rather than trying to figure out where to code, because coding languages, frameworks, and tools are going to change a lot, but design principles evolve over time, right? So I think contributors should definitely focus more on identifying the nature of the problem, trying to understand the core design principles behind new technologies, why something can be built and how can be rethought of, and how that can be used to kind of create these building blocks and digital public goods that can work at population scale. Now, the third question was, what would I like to share with the larger community of engineers who are not currently participating in C4GT? Well, for the folks who are not part of C4GT, I think I would just say keep trying to participate in a lot of DPG initiatives. Keep contributing to open source projects. That's very important. The whole world is changing towards like a new way of doing things. Whether you are part of C4GT or not, DPGs and DPIs are here to stay. And interestingly, India is almost 10 to 20 years ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to digital public infrastructures and DPGs. So capitalize on it, get your hands dirty, start keep contributing. You never know which of your contribution is going to become the next revolution in technology, right? And the next question was, what can DPG DPI building organizations going forward to leverage the C4GT community? Well, that's an easy one. I think DPG and DPI organizations should continuously strive to move from becoming becoming builders and innovators, right? From there they have to move to becoming enablers, right? What I really mean is by innovating internally, innovating themselves, they should create a substrate, a platform, or an infrastructure which sort of on which the ecosystem can plug in and innovate, right? Leveraging open source communities like C4GT goes a long way in enabling planetary scale digital transformations, right? So definitely initiatives like C4GT will help DPG builders and DPI builders, building organizations, greatly accelerate the pace at which they are trying to enable a particular ecosystem.